Witam Was bardzo serdecznie, z tej strony Runiczny i dziś chciałbym Was zaprosić na już kolejny odcinek z The Dwarves. Ostatnio skończyliśmy tutaj z ciałami, a teraz ruszamy dalej. Podróż. I pierwszy pytajnik ciekawy.
You see a flickering light through the trees some way from the path. It might come from a campfire. You walk towards the fire with confident strides until you finally make out 3 broad-shouldered men with axes. 2 rabbits are sizzling over the fire. The men are joking with one another, but you can only understand the odd word. They haven't noticed you yet. Once you reach the edge of the firelight, you say amicably,
Greetings. My name is...
The men jump up and grab their axes.
Who's there?
Well, I'll be. Is that a groundling?
The men look you over suspiciously.
Bądźmy mili.
My name is Tungdila. I'm only a traveler who would have nothing against a warm fire and some company.
A groundling wants our company.
We are honest, hard-working men. Why would we have anything to do with groundlings? Be off with you.
The man strengthens his grip on the axe and passes his tongue over his yellowed teeth while keeping you in his sights.
Myślę, że troszeczkę spróbujemy... Chociaż może nie. Nie będziemy z nimi walczyć.
You shrug your shoulders indifferently and take 3 small steps backwards without taking your eyes off the men.
All right. If I'm not welcome here, then I'll go.
Good. And don't even think about coming back to stab us in the back or steal from us. We'll keep guard. There's nothing here for groundling scum.
No nie jestem
Your
złodziejem.
heart is pounding, and you confront the man a little more courageously than you feel.
I'm no thief, and I'm certainly no murderer. I only wanted to see if...
Pah! All groundlings are thieves and good-for-nothings.
You find it difficult to take control of your voice again.
Have you met many dwarves?
Enough to know that you're all dirty thieves.
Now consider this. I am a dwarf with an axe, and I don't use my axe for cutting down trees.
The men are visibly unsettled and lower their axes a little.
I thought so.
You turn your back on the men and walk back to the path confidently. You don't hear any steps behind you, and only once you've put distance between you do you dare look back over your shoulder. None of the men have followed you. You sigh with relief. It could have ended up a very painful experience if you'd provoked the men or shown them any weakness.
Nieprzyjemnie.
You reach the banks of the Warder and can see Axeldale on the other side, but there isn't a bridge for far and wide. The fishermen's boats glide over the water, which sparkles in the sun. None of the men seem to notice you while they throw out their nets.
Zawołaj najbliższego, poproś o przeprawę. Popatrz przez chwilę. Popatrz. Zobaczymy, jak tam ładnie opiszesz.
You look at the cold, dark water. The current seems so strong that they could carry off even the most experienced of swimmers, and you aren't even a mediocre one. You once read a legend in a book. Elria, the goddess of water, did not like the children of the forge and cursed the dwarves, so that they would drown in any waters beyond their kingdoms. The main reason that dwarves avoid water to this day.
Strasznie podoba mi się to wyjaśnienie, dlaczego krasnoludy toną. Kontynuujmy
You
podróż.
leave the peaceful banks of the river behind you and continue on your way. You look down on a large village on the banks of the Warder. Some of the village is built on stilts in the river. A wooden bridge spans the fast-flowing water. A huge wooden palisade has been erected to protect the village from attack.
Idź wiodącą do ścieżki, popatrz na drugi brzeg. O, popatrzmy.
Your eyes roam the land on the other side of the river. You estimate that you will soon have completed half of the journey to Blacksaddle, but you still can't make out the mountain on
No, kawałek jest. Dobra, to idziemy do
guards on
bramy.
the palisade are watching you. Their armor looks well cared for and well made. The smith who made them knew what he was doing. You conclude that the men depend on the protection the armor offers and aren't just wearing them to look good. They're certainly not villagers.
Tu będzie coś ciekawszego.
There are small fires burning every 50 steps or so. They are intended to light up the area in front of the palisade in the night, so that orcs can't creep up to within an arrow's reach without being seen.
Rozsądne.
Orc skulls.
You're not sure it's wise to taunt the beasts with the severed heads of their fellow kind. The double gate is made of strong planks, sturdy but still much less solid than the fixed parts of the palisade. Security has been forgone here for practical reasons. Never a good idea when building fortifications.
Coś tu jeszcze ciekawego to widzieliśmy. O, tu coś jeszcze. Palisada.
The wooden palisade encompasses the whole of the large village and is guarded by many men in armor. The stronghold has been constructed in haste, probably only over the last few days, but the work is sound, and uninvited guests should find it difficult to gain access.
Okej. O, możemy tutaj porozmawiać.
Some of the guards begin to whisper as you near the gate.
Hello up there!
What brings you to fair good water? And have you seen any orcs on your travels, groundling?
The man leaning over the palisade eyes you up and down carefully.
O,
Goodwater is well known for its hospitality.
A fact that you've just made up yourself.
Let me in, and I will tell other travelers all about it.
I regret to inform you that we cannot allow you to enter. The gates stay closed once night has fallen.
There is certainly no regret showing in the man's face.
dekoracje.
The orc heads on the spears look fresh, a fact that causes you unease for more than one reason.
Those won't scare orcs away.
I hope not. The more orc heads that end up on those spears, the more gold coins that end up in our pockets. Right, boys? Yeah, that's right. Yeah! We've killed our fair share of orcs and know how to motivate them. Those ugly mugs will spur them on, and then they'll perish in front of our gates.
Two things become clear to you. Firstly, that the mercenaries the villagers have hired are excellent at killing orcs, and secondly, that they sadly have no brains at all.
When did you kill these orcs?
Yesterday. We caught a couple of their scouts first. The others tried to take revenge in the evening. Let's see who'll turn up today.
Nie możecie mnie tu zostawić, przecież okolice są orkowie. Wasza brama nie wygląda zbyt solidnie. Znam się na tym akurat. Przekup strażnika. Spróbujemy z
I'm a
tym.
blacksmith and a dwarf. Let me tell you, your gate might look solid, but it won't withstand a real orc assault.
The murmuring all around him makes the man pause for a moment. If anyone else had criticized the stronghold, they'd have been laughed down and shooed away. But no one understands defense systems like the dwarves.
A dwarf blacksmith who just happens to be standing in front of our gate?
Okej. Oczywiście jestem odpowiedzialny za obronę wysokiej przełęczy w masywnych górach. Tym podkuwaczem. O, jak to powiem, to raczej mnie nie wpuszczą. Spróbujemy to.
That's right. I can see to it that orcs crack open their skulls on your gate, just like at home on the High Pass. Skulls that add up to hard cash for you.
You only know about the secondling stronghold from books, but you can see in the man's face you've pushed the right buttons.
All right then. You can spend the night in the village. You begin work tomorrow morning, and it had better work like you promised.
Of course. It's a trifle.
Zobaczymy, jak się to skończy.
After a meal, you spend the night in the comfort and shelter of a Goodwater tavern. The next morning, you feel fully refreshed. You strengthen the gate with cross braces of wood and iron, using your experience and skill. Now it should be able to withstand an attack for much longer. Mercenaries and villagers alike watch you work, clearly impressed. As you finish, a man approaches you.
Well done, dwarf. We were right to bring you into our village.
The village grew rich through bridge tolls, and this wealth must be defended.
Dobra, to ruszamy.
You're proud of what you've achieved in such a short time. You've even invested more time than was wise.
I was happy to help. But half the day is lost and I must be on my way.
A strong dwarf like you will always be welcome here in Goodwater. Be careful out there. Who knows where the orcs might be lurking?
No, nie da się ukryć.
An uneasy feeling has been your constant companion since you left Goodwater. Every little sound in the forest makes you fear you've been discovered by a horde of orcs. But you reach the end of the day without bumping into any of the greenskins. It seems as though Vrakas has granted you one more day in Girdlegard. As night begins to fall, you pass a large oak tree and decide to call it a day. Near the oak tree is an abandoned camp with a fireplace, which appears to be a couple of days old.
To pamiętam, jak grałem wcześniej. Teraz tak, można tutaj rozwiążyć się na 3 sposoby. Położyć się spać, nie zasnąć, albo przenocować w koronie starego dębu. Już samo to powinno podpowiedzieć, że no, to jest jedyna rozsądna opcja w tym momencie.
You swing yourself up the trunk and then pull up your baggage after you. You're prepared to sleep in a tree like a bird if it means escaping the orcs' attentions. You sling your rope twice around your stomach and the trunk of the tree to stop you from falling accidentally. You close your eyes and dream. You see North Pass and smell the fresh, icy wind that sweeps over the peaks of Great Blade and Dragon's Tongue. But the harmony is interrupted by the hideous roar of an unending flood of orcs throwing itself unceasingly against the fortification. You smell the disgusting green blood of the orcs and taste the rancid fat of their armor on your tongue. The bitter taste becomes stronger until it's unbearable and wrenches you out of your dream. You open your eyes and are surprised at the brightness as a glance at the sky confirms that it's still night. Your eyes move towards the ground, and what you see makes the blood in your veins freeze.
No, to będzie ciekawe.
I am Sintras of Son Balsur. My master, Nod On the Doublefold, ruler of the perished land, has elected you, the lords of Taboribor, to be the sword that conquers the south.
You mean you want us to put our necks on the line and be killed by some magus?
Lord Yonan and the others will be taken care of. Your task is to create a diversion in the south until my master's plan succeeds.
And which of us is the leader?
The one that conquers the most land.
So Kragnar will be the new Grand Lord.
He glares at Ushnots and Bashkug.
The Kragnar Shore tribe will conquer the most land.
Never! We will overwhelm the cities of the Red Bloods quicker than you can suck the marrow from a bone.
We shall see.
You can't believe what you're hearing. If the beasts of Tion ride into battle together, catastrophic cycles lie ahead for Girdlegard.
No, to może być nieciekawe.
The night in the oak tree was the worst of your life. You spent every single moment afraid that you would be found and savaged by the orcs. But as the first rays of sun broke through the treetops, the orcs abandoned their camp and left without discovering you.
To się nazywa fart. Zobaczmy jeszcze chwilę.
Sorry.
Your eyes scan the deserted camp, and you listen carefully for any noise. But you don't see or hear anything suspicious.
No dobra, to schodzimy.
You're overcome by the urge to vomit. You have, of course, heard the stories, but seeing with your own eyes that orcs actually do eat humans is a long way from just reading about it.
This is the place. I knew it was here. Come on then, find that stupid necklace. Hey, Fuskar! In front of you! A grounding! Perfect for a spotted breakfast.
You know that you're no warrior, but you want to face the orcs as a child of the Divine Smith. Perhaps you'll manage to kill at least one of them, so as not to appear so undwarven in Varacus's eyes.
I'll give you something to chew on. Vracus made us of stone.
Oink, oink, little piggies! Hi, Barrowin's beard! How did you manage to lose your weapon? Go and get it, and this time, hold it tight! Hey, that one was mine! You're just too slow, dear brother! Too slow? Just wait!
Dobra, i zaczynamy bitwę. Zobaczmy.
Huh?
1. Okej.
Come here, you! Huzzah!
Dobra, ty. A tu masz paru.
Say goodbye forever!
Yes?
No i tu. O, ty raczej nie masz dużo.
And what now?
Huh?
Mhm.
Huh? I didn't hit you very hard.
Yes? Huh? Uh-huh.
Oj, ten się faktycznie nie nadaje do walki. Dobra, i ty dwójeczką. Dobra, ty. A ty masz szał.
Yes?
What is it? Oh, what bad news for you?
Mhm.
Yes?
Dobra. Upnij.
Help over here, quickly!
Wow. Honorowo zostałeś pokonany. Okej. Rozpocznij od grę od. Dobra, czyli ktoś mi umarł. Nie zwróciłem uwagi kto.
Yes?
Cały czas zapominam, że tutaj można zranić swoich.
Uh-huh.
I to jest irytujące. Strasznie trzeba na to uważać.
On my way! What is it? What is it? Put up a fight! Oh, what bad luck for you! Yeah! Yes?
Dobra, ty. Tu. I tu.
What is it?
O, szał bojowy.
Huh? As good as done.
Oj, nie za dużo was tutaj troszkę. Dobra.
And what now?
Dobra, na czym my to stanęliśmy? Bo niestety przerwę musiałem sobie zrobić przymusową.
Yes?
Dobra.
I can't do that yet! Please wait a moment!
Dobra.
Do that yet!
A trójeczka. Ty. Dobra, ty. Taparki.
Yes?
Dobra, odpędźcie mi tych. Dobra. Tungdil, ty się odsuń. Ła. Tu nic nie ma, to tutaj się odsuń.
Yes? On my way. At what?
Dobra. Dobra, ten ucieka, ten siaka. I tu są. Dobra.
Oh, what bad luck for you!
Dobra, ty już troszeczkę się...
Understood. At once.
Pow! Another one bites the dust. What is it?
Dużo was tu jeszcze zostało? Nie. Dobra, to biegnij tutaj. Tu.
Huzzah!
Yes?
Ty tutaj,
On my way.
a ty gdzieś tu.
All right.
Huh?
Yeah! And what now?
And again. Yes?
Yeah!
Fabracus!
What is it?
A tu ten i ten.
With pleasure.
Dobij go.
Say goodbye forever. I didn't hit you very hard. Huh?
Dużo was tutaj jest? No troszkę jeszcze.
Yeah!
Zostało jeszcze dwóch.
Huh? What is it?
Dobra.
Oink oink. That's all? No more orcs? Well fought, young friend. Do you happen to be Tungdila? Well fought? But he fought like a... Boindale, what do you expect? He grew up amongst the humans.
Who are you, and how do you know my name?
My name is Boindale Hookhand, of the clan of the Swinging Axes. This is my brother, Boindale Doubleblade. We've been sent to find you. Call me Ironheart. Are there any more piggy snouts around here?
You turned up at just the right moment. But are you sure it's me you're looking for?
The High King Gundrabor sent us to fetch you and bring you to Ogre's death in the Secondling realm in the south.
So he received the letter from my master? And am I a secondling?
Well, something like that, I guess.
There was a meeting last night. The Elfar serve a certain Nod-on who calls himself Lord of the Perish Land. They have enlisted 3 orc hordes to cause unrest in the south.
Did you hear that, Boindale? Piggy snouts! The Elfar from Son Balzur and the orcs from Taboribor are working together?
And could ally with the orcs from the Perish Land.
The twins look at you solemnly. You all know what that would mean for the people of Girdlegard.
We've got to...
Yeah, I know what you're gonna say, but it's our duty to get you to the Ogre's Death Fortress in one piece.
I thought the duty of dwarves was to protect the innocent in Girdlegard.
Lot Yonan and King Broron will take care of the orcs. We 3 must be careful. You're not exactly a warrior.
But he has broad shoulders and broad hands. There's hope for him yet. So when you've got the chance to split a few orc skulls, you should take it.
I would be happy to follow you into the realm of the Secondlings. In truth, there is nothing I would rather do. But first, I must travel to Blacksaddle and return some things to a former famulus of Lot Yonan.
Blacksaddle isn't exactly on our way.
It's on my way. We can head south as soon as I've carried out Lot Yonan's orders.
Well, he's certainly got the stubbornness of a dwarf. Perhaps we'll be able to make a real dwarf of him on the way.
All right, we'll accompany you. The sooner we find that famulus, the quicker we can get back to the mountains.
I'll have to send Lot Yonan a message by carrier pigeon on the way. And if we happen to stumble upon a couple of orcs...
I like you, but we'll have to find you another name. Bolafar. It's about as good as Lipsmith, Paddletosh, or Blufflegrump. It is stupid, senseless, and definitely not a name of honor. What are you good at?
I'm good at reading.
Reading? You're a scholar?
No dobra. I myślę, że tym optymistycznym akcentem zakończymy dzisiejszy odcinek i będziemy kontynuować dalej. O, rozszczepienie, zaćmienie, to jest fajne. Z niecierpliwością czekam na komentarze, co myślicie o dalszych poczynaniach naszego bohatera. A za dziś chciałbym wam bardzo podziękować. No i do następnego. Mówił do was Runiczny. Trzymajcie się ciepło. Cześć!